Hello and welcome to Game Review. This week we're going to be reviewing the Sly Cooper Trilogy. Now some people might say that, oh, this game is rubbish because this one's better. Well, I grew up with the Sly Trilogy, so you're just going to have to live with it. Sly Cooper first came on our screens in 2000, with the first one called Sly Cooper. Then in 2002 we had Sly Cooper 2, which in my mind is my favourite. And in 2005 there was Sly Cooper 3, Honor Among Thieves. The games primarily stand around stealth, action and adventure. So in the first one you'd only had to follow around where you had to go. In the second and the third one you got to go around an open world and do what you wanted to do. So if you wanted to go and pickpocket enemies, you could go and do that, or if you wanted to go and do, let's say, bank heist, you could go and do that as well, primarily if you could find it on the map. Or you could quit the whole game together and have a friend right next to you and play split screen in Sly 3, where you had cops and robbers, where I used to play with Dad, play cops and robbers, or you used to do fly dogs, and this hacking game where you had two hackers and you had to hack through the whole mission. Or my friend's favourite, which was the pirate ship one, where you had to shoot pirate ships at each other and the winner would be, well, whoever won. After all these many trilogies being released, they finally released it on a handheld, which was my favourite thing to do. I'd play on the bus or at TAFE, go and play it on my Vita, and but now people are just neglecting Sly, saying, oh, the Crash Bandicoot's better, oh, the Ratchet & Clank's better. I think what we need to do is let the Sucker Punch have a year of Sly, where we have 3 games on it to Sly. I think next year we should have it, because we're going to have the Sly Cooper movie coming out. And I can't wait for that. I'll be definitely going to see that. And the same people that are making that movie are making the Ratchet & Clank one, and well, they'll probably make a Jackson Dexter one as well. So I really think that I'm really looking forward to this movie, because it means that younger people will be able to sit there and know what Sly is and understand a bit more about it. The game takes you across the globe, places like Venice to Mesa in US, or the Isle of Man in Scotland. Using tactics of stealth, pickpocketing, or even when you get alerted by guards, whacking, it's pretty hard. It's hard to not be detected. The game's graphics were probably the best by the generation it was on, the PS4 era. It was probably one of the very first games that you could actually use that came with 3D glasses that it came with. And as the game progressed, it would say turn your glasses on or turn them off, or it would actually pump up at you in the missions. Around at the time when I was a kid, this game was generally pretty hard, so normally the time I'd ask my dad to do most of it, so he would spend probably about 2 hours trying to get past one level for me, while I'd be either gone somewhere else. A lot of people thought that these games were just average. Well, I grew up when I first got my PS2, we had a choice of games. Dad chose this fighting game and I chose the third game in the series of Sly Cooper, and it got me hooked. So I decided to rent the other ones while they were out. Sly Cooper games wasn't the only games he made it in. He made it in some other games that I liked, like the Sly Cooper PlayStation Heroes, which was a move game that you had to use the move controller, which was just basically Wii Sports but with other PlayStation characters. The other game they had was PlayStation All-Stars, which was like Smash Brothers, but everyone said, oh, it was copyright, and I actually enjoyed that game because I used to play Sly all the time. The Sly Cooper movie could in fact, make the games movies actually pretty good because, well, we've had some bad ones like the Need for Speed movie and the Resident Evil ones. It's going to be based on the first game with all the characters, with all the original voice actors actually, and sadly Sly doesn't get his actual voice actor. I hope when they actually come to actually start filming it, I think they should actually bring the actual voice actor back in. Sly also did have some vehicle sections where you could drive Murray's van, or you could drive boats, or you could fly helicopters, which was sometimes my favourite parts as well of the game. They included taking out some of your enemies or taking out the boss fights. So all in all, the game is pretty good. In fact, amazing. So it mixes together action, stealth, adventure, all really well. So I give it a 9.9. And well, this is all for this week, and I'll catch you next week.